the Alexis Birmingham Open, it's your 2026 Women's Champion, Alexandra Eala!
Of the Alexis Birmingham Open, your 2026 Women's Champion, Alexandra Eala. The roar that followed sounded less like applause and more like release. Philippine flags exploded across the stands. People were screaming, crying, hugging strangers. Phones shook violently in the air trying to capture a moment that already felt bigger than tennis. And somewhere in the center of it all, standing alone on the grass with rain still clinging to her shoulders, Alexandra Eala closed her eyes for just a second and exhaled like someone who had been holding her breath for years. Because this was not just another title. Not just another trophy. Not just another week on tour. This was the moment an entire story changed direction. But here is the part almost nobody fully understood while they watched her lifting that silver trophy into the Birmingham sky. Before this final. Before the cheering. Before the history. Alex Eala had never beaten a Czech player in professional tennis. Not once. 0 wins. 13 losses. Think about that for a second. Every single time she had stepped across the net from a player representing the Czech Republic at WTA level, she had lost. Different tournaments. Different surfaces. Different years. Different opponents. Same ending. And now, standing across the net from her in the biggest grass court final of her life, was another Czech player, Nikola Bartunkova. One more Czech opponent. One more chance for the pattern to continue. One more opportunity for history to repeat itself. So the question hanging over Birmingham that afternoon was not simply whether Alex Eala could win a title. The real question was far more uncomfortable. Could she finally escape something that had followed her for her entire professional career? And honestly, to understand why this mattered so much, you have to go back. Way back. Before the trophies. Before the rankings. Before Miami. Before Wimbledon. Before the world even knew her name. Because Alexandra Eala's story does not begin on grass. It begins in the Philippines. In a city called Pasig, with a grandfather, a tennis racket, and a little girl too young to understand what destiny even meant. Her grandfather's name was Bobby Mano. He was not famous, not a legendary coach, not a former ATP player, not a celebrity instructor with cameras following him around expensive academies. He was simply a grandfather who loved tennis, and more importantly, loved his granddaughter. When Alex was 4 years old, he handed her a racket. Not because he believed she would become a professional player someday. Not because he saw future rankings or Grand Slam dreams. He just wanted to spend time with her. That was it. One small moment. One racket. One decision. And neither of them could possibly have known that it would eventually lead to this exact afternoon in Birmingham, England, with thousands of people screaming her name beneath grey skies. Years later, Eala would describe those early days with incredible simplicity. Tennis was not about pressure then. Not about winning. Not about expectations. It was about joy. The sound of the ball meeting strings correctly. The feeling of chasing something down. The smile from her grandfather after a good shot. That was the world. And maybe that is why her story connects with people so deeply now. Because beneath all the professional success, beneath the sponsorships and rankings and international headlines, there is still something profoundly human at the center of it. A child who fell in love with tennis because somebody she loved handed her a racket. But here is what makes the story even more extraordinary. Alexandra Eala did not come from an ordinary family. Athletic excellence already existed in her bloodline long before she became famous. Her mother, Rosemary, was a Southeast Asian Games bronze medalist in swimming. Her uncle became chairman of the Philippine Sports Commission. Her brother would later play college tennis in the United States. Competition. Discipline. national pride. These things already lived inside the family culture. Sports were not hobbies in the Eala household. They were language. Still, nobody could have predicted what happened next. At 12 years old, Alex traveled to France for one of the most prestigious junior tennis tournaments on earth, Les Petits As. Inside tennis circles, this tournament carries almost mythical importance. Champions emerge there. Future stars are identified there. Elite academies monitor it obsessively. And that week in France, a young Filipino girl shocked everyone. She won the tournament. Not participated. Not impressed. Won. Suddenly scouts were paying attention. Coaches were making calls. And eventually one phone call arrived that changed everything forever. The Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain wanted Alexandra Eala. Imagine what that really means for a second. You are 13 years old. You have never lived alone. Never lived outside your country. And one of the greatest tennis development academies in the world is asking you to leave everything behind. Your family. Your friends. Your comfort. Your language. Your country. And move across the world to Spain. Most 13-year-olds struggle choosing what to eat for lunch. Alex Eala chose to leave home and chase greatness on another continent. That decision alone tells you almost everything about her character. Because talent matters in professional sports. But sacrifice matters more. Mallorca was not easy. Nothing about it was easy. The training was brutal. The standards relentless. The expectations impossibly high. Players trained for hours under the hot Spanish sun, grinding through repetition after repetition until movement became instinct and pressure became normal. Alex trained under Joan Bosch, one of Spain's most respected coaches, a man who had worked with Carlos Moya and helped shape elite-level competitors for years. And under that system, something began forming inside her. Not just a tennis game. A mentality. That eerie calm people notice during her matches now? That refusal to panic? That expressionless focus even when momentum shifts against her? That was built in Mallorca. One exhausting session at a time. One lonely practice at a time. One sacrifice at a time. And eventually the results began arriving. First came the Australian Open Girls Doubles title in 2020. Then the French Open Girls Doubles crown in 2021. Then history. The US Open Girls Singles title in 2022. The first Filipino player ever to win a Junior Grand Slam Singles Championship. 3 Junior Slam titles before adulthood. It sounded like destiny. But here is the cruel truth about tennis. Junior success guarantees absolutely nothing professionally. Every year, brilliant junior champions disappear when they transition onto the main tour. Because professional tennis is a completely different universe. The players are older, stronger, more experienced. The pressure changes too. Suddenly matches affect rankings, finances, careers, survival. And for a while, Alex Eala's transition looked uncertain. The results came inconsistently. Losses piled up. The rankings stagnated. Some critics quietly started wondering whether she would truly break through. Then came Miami. March 2025. The tournament that changed everything. She entered as a wild card ranked 140 in the world. Nobody expected a miracle. Nobody expected history. Nobody expected chaos. First round. Victory. Second round. Yelena Ostapenko. Former French Open champion. One of the most explosive hitters in women's tennis. Alex beat her. People noticed. Third round. Madison Keys. Fresh off an Australian Open title. One of the hottest players on tour. Alex beat her too. Now the tennis world was paying attention. Then came the quarter-final. Iga Swiatek. World number 2. Multiple Grand Slam champion. One of the most dominant players of her generation. And Alex Eala dismantled her. 6-2. 7-5. The scoreline felt surreal. Not lucky. Not fluky. Controlled. Confident. Terrifyingly composed. The tennis world stopped. Completely stopped. Commentators scrambled for explanations. Fans searched her name. Analysts replayed points trying to understand what they had just witnessed. Who was this girl? Where had she come from? How was a wild card from the Philippines making one of the greatest players on earth look ordinary on a hard court in Miami? She eventually lost to Jessica Pegula in the semi-finals. But it no longer mattered. The world had already discovered her. And perhaps the most chilling part? Afterward, she spoke with complete calm. No dramatic celebration. No emotional outburst. Just quiet gratitude. I'm living my dream. That was all. The simplicity of that sentence made opponents nervous. Because hunger hidden behind calm is dangerous. Very dangerous. Miami transformed her career overnight. Her ranking exploded from 140 to 75. The first Filipino player in history to break into the WTA top 100. Suddenly, she was no longer a prospect. She was a threat. Then came Eastbourne. A grass court final. Proof that her game translated beautifully onto faster surfaces. Then Guadalajara. Her first professional title. And this part matters enormously. She lost the first set badly in that final. Could have collapsed emotionally. Could have unraveled. Instead, she reset mentally and dominated the next 2 sets completely. That resilience became a pattern. Not panic. Adjustment. That is Mallorca. That is years of elite psychological conditioning revealing itself under pressure. By the end of 2025, Alex Eala had become one of the fastest rising players in the world. Top 50 ranking. SEA Games gold medal. Professional title. Grand Slam main draw appearances. National sporting history. And somehow, she was still only 20 years old. Then came 2026. The rise accelerated. Career high ranking of world number 29. Victory over Jasmine Paolini in Dubai. Seeded appearances at major tournaments. And finally, Birmingham. The Lexus Birmingham Open. 2 weeks before Wimbledon. Grass season. The surface where points move faster, reactions shorten, and margins disappear instantly. Alex arrived as the top seed. And immediately looked terrifying. Priscilla Hon dispatched clinically. Katerina Siniakova beaten with authority. Manankaya Sawanka overwhelmed in the quarterfinals. Everything about her movement looked natural now. Fluid. Confident. Like grass had always belonged to her. Then came the semi-final against Rebecca Mazarova. And suddenly things became complicated. Alex won the first set 6-2 comfortably. Control everywhere. Then momentum shifted. Mazarova found rhythm. Found aggression. Found belief. Second set. 6-4. 1 set all. Then the rain arrived. And here is something casual fans rarely understand about rain delays in tennis. The hardest part is not physical interruption. It is psychological suspension. You are emotionally locked inside a battle. And suddenly you are forced to stop. Sit. Wait. Think. The tension remains trapped inside your body with nowhere to go. Alex handled it brilliantly at first. She returned from the delay and surged ahead 5-2 in the deciding set. 1 game from victory. Then more rain. Another suspension. Another interruption. Momentum dissolving again. Mazarova clawed back to 5-3. Pressure rising. But Eala finally closed it out. 6-3 in the third. Into the final. And waiting there. Another Czech player. Nikola Bartunkova. Which brings us back to the curse. 0 wins. 13 losses. Every Czech opponent she had ever faced professionally had beaten her. It stopped being coincidence long ago. It became psychological. The kind of statistic athletes pretend not to think about while secretly carrying it everywhere. And the final immediately looked dangerous. Bartunkova played sharper early, cleaner on important points, more aggressive under pressure. She took the opening set 7-5. The crowd quieted nervously, because suddenly the old pattern felt alive again. Another Czech player. Another loss approaching. And this is the moment that truly defines Alexandra Eala. Not Miami. Not the junior slams. Not the rankings. This. Because between the first and second set in Birmingham, she faced every reason imaginable to break mentally. History against her. Pressure crushing down. The title slipping away. The curse whispering again. And instead of collapsing, she transformed. Second set. Different energy. Different aggression. Different conviction. Her serve sharpened. Her angles opened. Her movement accelerated. 6-3. One set all. The final became war. Third set. Point for point. Game for game. Nobody blinking. Nobody yielding. 5-5. Everything balanced. And then Alex found something extra. One final gear. The kind champions discover only under maximum pressure. She broke. Then served for the title. The entire stadium standing now. Philippine flags everywhere. And finally, match point. Victory. 7-5 in the third. She had done it. Her second WTA 125 title. Her first grass court championship. A Wimbledon seeding secured. And most importantly, the curse was gone. 14 Czech opponents. One victory. The one that mattered most. And somewhere in the Philippines tonight, there is probably a little girl watching those highlights replay over and over again on television. Maybe in Manila. Maybe Cebu. Maybe Davao. Maybe Pasig City itself. And maybe for the first time in her life, she no longer sees elite tennis as something impossibly far away. That is Alex Eala's real impact. Not only trophies. Possibility. She makes impossible things feel reachable. A grandfather handed a 4-year-old girl a tennis racket in the Philippines because he wanted to spend time with someone he loved. That tiny moment eventually became this. 3 junior Grand Slam titles. A Miami Open semi-final. Victories over world-class players. A grass court title in England. A Wimbledon seeding. And a nation believing in tennis differently than it ever had before. The ceiling for Alexandra Eala still remains unknown. And that is the terrifying part for the rest of the tennis world. Because she is only 21. Still improving. Still developing physically. Still learning. Still growing into the player she might eventually become. She is left-handed. Fearless. Calm under pressure. Built inside one of the greatest academies on earth. And now she has proven something even more dangerous. She can survive history too. If the tennis world was not paying attention before Birmingham, it is paying attention now. And somewhere in Mallorca tonight, Joan Bosch is probably watching highlights quietly with the satisfaction every great coach hopes to feel someday. Not surprise. Recognition. Because maybe the most extraordinary thing about Alex Eala's rise is this. The people who knew her earliest do not look shocked anymore. They look validated. Like they always believed this moment would eventually arrive. And maybe they were right. Because standing there on the grass in Birmingham with rain on her shoulders and a trophy in her hands, Alexandra Eala did not look like a miracle. She looked exactly where she belonged.